And I said, why does it upset you? And he said, well, wouldn't it be better if we presented ourselves as the victims? He said, I'm obsessed by the case of the red squirrel. And I gave him a very strange look. But what he meant was he wants to configure that we are the victims. Yeah. And the problem with that is that it's what everyone else does. And it can be done because there are many white victims in this society now, in the way that it's going. But if you concentrate on pain and defeat, you will breed resentment. And I believe that resentment and pity are the things to be avoided. Stoicism should be our way. Courage should be our way. When somebody pushes you, you push them back. When somebody's false to you, you're false to them. When somebody's friendly to you, you are to them. You fight for your own country and your own group and your own culture and your own civilization at your own level and in your own way. And when somebody says, apologise for this or that, you say, no. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. And it's a good answer. I have no regrets. One's life is a bullet that goes through screens. You hit a final screen and you're dead. What happens after? None of us know. There's either a spiritual world, as all the cardinal and metaphysically objectivist religions of every type, for every culture and every group say there is, or there's not. In my philosophy, the energy that's in us goes out into everything which exists. But there is an end after the end, but it's not finite or conscious. That's what I think. That's why I believe in cremation. Because I believe in fire. And the glory of fire. I remember when my mother was cremated. If ever anyone's ever been to a cremation, there's a bit of ghastly simpering and this sort of thing. And they have a curtain because they don't want you to see the fire. Because it's a furnace. An absolute furnace. And I said to the vicar, I said, look, I'll even give you some money. I want to see the fire. And he went, pardon? I said, I'm a pagan, I want to see the fire. And he went, good Lord. I said, are you one of those? And he said, I thought he was going to say it took 20 quid more. But no. And I was allowed to stand near the coffin as it went in. And it's just a gated furnace. It opens the sort of ecumenical and multi-dimensional curtain that they have over it, which has a peacock and various multi-faith figures on it, goes up, and you see this wall of flame. This amazing wall of flame that's like the inside of the sun. And you see this oblong box go into it, and the flame finds every line, and every plane, and every sort of mathematical conceit in the box. And soon it's completely aflame, and then the gate comes down. And I believe that's what life's like. I believe that's what happens when a sun forms, when a galaxy forms, when one ends, when a life begins and when a life ends. That for me is life. Fire, energy, glory, and thinking. Thinking is the important thing. Being white isn't enough. Being English isn't enough. Being British isn't enough. Know what you are. In this book, to read about your own culture is a revolutionary act. Knowledge is power. Listen to high music. Go to the National Gallery. It's free. You can spend hours in there. Look at what we've produced as a group. This is what the Muslims teach their people, to be totally proud of what you are in your own confirmation of identity. Because identity is divine. It's just like that fire that consumed the box when I was younger. I urge all white people in this era to look into the mirror and to ask themselves, what do you know about what you are? And if you don't know enough, put your hand on that mirror and move towards greater knowledge of what you can become. We're all going to die. And make use of that time which remains. Greatness is in the mind and in the fist. The glory of our type is not behind us. We can be great again. But the first thing that we have to do is to say, I walk towards the tunnel and I'm on my own and I'm not afraid and I have no regrets.